Hello everybody, this is Delpha, and we're back in If My Heart Had Wings. I suppose we may as well just carry on for now. It's changed a lot around here too. I clicked, nothing happened. Thank you. For there was only an embankment here. We used to play here and catch koi and crustacean carp. I don't know what type of carp that is. Never even heard of it. But now it had a promenade, should I say, and had been made into a walking course. Well, this was just right for a take on a stroll. I walked slowly while gazing quietly at the lake, dyed by the setting sun. While my hometown had changed a lot in 5 years, the most important things had not. Finding something new is a good thing, AoE. Finding something. As I speak quietly to myself, I look at the view on the other bank. The windmill standing on the gentle slopes face the wind and slowly turn. Even so, the chef's ramen was really tasty. Next time I'll try the dipping noodles. Oh, who's this going to be? Oh. Oh, it's the girl from the supermarket. A little further away, someone was there. It was a petite girl. She ran her hand along the fence, and like me, she was gazing at the windmill hill on the opposite bank. Someone was there? I didn't think anyone was there, so I was talking to myself, but it seemed that she heard me. Oh, well that's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Huh? You're that... Where is it? Is it her? Could be twins. Probably is twins. Thinking about, yeah, probably actually is twins. I'll have a look at the picture of the game and I'll see. There probably was twins. I can't remember. It's one of those characters that always have a twin. I don't know why. The move's a little different, so I didn't realise it straight away. But there's no doubt about it. It's the girl from the supermarket. The girl who bought a lot of 2098 a year per 100 grams meat to make curry. Yeah. Was the curry nice? Stalking. That's all I'm doing. Stalking. Don't you remember yesterday in the supermarket? Ah, so it's the one I'm thinking of. Huh? What is she talking about? Older sister? Huh? Oh, I see. She's talking about what she brought at the supermarket. I guess that's what happened. There's no way you could make curry with something like that. It seems that at the last minute, she started to make sense. Oh, okay. Sure. It totally felt like for her talking to me was too much of a hassle, so dismally got up and left. Oh, well, that's cheerful. It was a completely different feeling to when I met the girl in the supermarket. She didn't really make much of a conversation with you anyway. I don't know. Well, thinking on how strange it was that there would be such a complete change in a girl whose name I didn't even know, I returned to the road home. Time to go to bed. That sounds good. It wasn't far from the lake to the dormitory. I didn't have any time to think about much before I got back. Something new. The parts I had been given by Anshan were in my pocket. As I held them in my hand, I looked up at the clouds and slowly floating across the sunset sky. These things are going to fly, aren't they? I meant the glider parts. They would become parts of a white aircraft that would fly across the sky on those great big wings to the other side of the clouds. The reason why I decided to look up at the clouds impulsively like that might have been because of that girl I had just met. Forgetting about my silly fantasy, I go through the gate into the dormitory. And who are we gonna meet? Who else but Koturi? Koturi was in a wheelchair, with her back bent over, slowly creeping forwards. It was almost as though she was walking on her tiptoes. Oh. Are they stalking me, or are they doing something? What are you up to this time? I was quite used to her doing strange things, but I still hadn't acquired the ability to instantly determine what it was she was doing. She gave me a long stare. A cat. There it was, lying across the stone steps, licking and grooming itself. There on the other side, Hat was waiting. Are you trying a pincer attack? It didn't really look like that though. However, if they did, they might be able to... Interrupted by my thoughts, Kotri gave the signal. Okay. Suddenly, Hat started flapping his wings and chasing the cat from behind. Poor cat. Surprised, the cat jumped up and ran in the opposite direction, where Kotri was waiting to catch it. There's no way that'll work. The cat was with brilliant footwork like Zidane's... What? Marceli's turn, evaded Kotri and escaped. That's a reference to something, but I have no idea what. Something famous that I don't know of, I guess. You really were trying a pincer attack. Who the hell tries a pincer attack on a cat? Of course you're not going to win that. Ugh. Kotri realised I was looking at her and sulked quietly. What were you going to do once you caught the cat? It was as if she was trying to say, of course. But even if she caught a surprised cat, as it was running away, it would just go crazy and at worst scratch and cut her. Ugh, strange girl. Next time, make a better strategy. For example, you could try luring it towards you with like a long piece of grass. That could work. Or you could try like offering it food and it'll come towards you. Or just do what's it people usually do, or something like that. I don't know, like a type of thing. Or something like that. You make a little noise and it makes it come towards you for some reason. I'm not sure why people do that, but okay. I do it to my cat and it works sometimes. She said as she earnestly wrote a memo. It looks like she had got her note bag tucked away in a wheelchair. Pow! She pointed at me. This is the sign that she had a bone to pick with me. I've been at the pub. Huh? I went for a walk. That's why I'm late. Her tone was like a mother scolding her child. I wonder if there's something I was supposed to have done. Can't you just go and peel potatoes again like you did last time? That might be helpful. It's still only 5 o'clock though. Who wants food that early? Sorry. If I start about 6, I usually finish in time. She said as she wrote another note. Do you mean that you were waiting for me? She must have gotten bored, which is why she decided to catch the cat. Alright. I don't know what sort of funny ideas you mean. Could you give me a few more examples? I tried teasing her a little. Okay, well then. It's still a little early, but shall we get started? Mapo eggplant and egg soup. Lots of eggs, but eggplant isn't really an egg, is it? Is that... Oh, that's what she said. No, I don't have to say that. Yeah, it's great. It's my specialty. Is it? First I heard of it. As we go through the dormitory door, I realised that my feelings of uneasiness had vanished at some point. She tried to pincer attack with a duck to catch a cat, didn't she? Upon remembering that, I began to chuckle to myself. I realised that I'm strangely calm when she's with me. Then things start to feel weird again. What? We're going. Yay! It's at the end. Oh. I probably could have just left that in for the last episode. Oh well. I don't know when it ends, because sometimes there's like a lot and sometimes there's hardly anything. What's happening? Oh, we're back in this place. Oh no. That means there's going to be a long session of talking. Woohoo. Amane was looking over the parts that I had brought back for her from every angle. She let out sounds of admiration. Is this okay? Whoosh. Whoa. She suddenly hugs me. Oh, they're here as well. Again. Amane pushed her forehead onto mine and rubbed it round and around. Ouch. Oh, hey, that hurts, Amane. Rub. It hurts, but it feels good. Oh. Well, that's why. Because she's holding me tightly and our foreheads are pressed together, her ample chest pushes against me. Not only is she beautiful, but she's stylish too. They're bigger than they look, so I have no choice but to experience this. I have no choice. It's not like I want to. Those faces. So are you. You're just making up whatever you feel like. It's lunchtime, by the way. I brought the parts that Anchan gave me to the garage, but because of the reaction was much more than I expected, I'm still in a state of confusion. Kotri, who came here with Agiha... Okay, no. Kotri, who had come here with Kotri, who I came here with, and Agia, who had come along for some reason, are both staring at me with needles. Of course they are. With needles. After tearing Amane away from me, who was kind of like a big playful dog, I once again passed the parts to her. Please go ahead and use them. A friend of mine works in a factory that deals with manufactured and processing of special parts. For this kind of thing, he should usually be able to make it for me. It seems that for this, Anchan looked at engineering diagram and made something that was the same. Amane took the parts over to the glider. Whew, that was a surprise. She probably doesn't even know what she's doing. Don't say things like that about me. It's not nice. Stop being mean. Kochi was being pretty snappy since just now. She might be annoyed because someone found out about her secret place. Her special place. Amane looked like a little kid given a birthday present. Has immediately started work on installing the parts. It looks like the parts are used by the instruments in the cockpit. She diligently dismantles the older parts. Oh, definitely. Agia, standing beside Amane, watches her work. Agia stares at the aircraft in disbelief. Kotri and I look entirely at the sleek aircraft as if appreciating a work of art. Immediately installing the parts, Agia seems to have completely forgotten that we're here. It's like when I met Amane for the first time. Did they get the names mixed up for Agiha and Amane? Just then, I don't know. This felt a little bit like that. Oh, listen to the music. It's like all, like, I don't know, final stuff. What's up?
いや、なんでも。
Strange?
失礼します。
Who's this? Oh, new girl. New girl. Okay, let's find out who this little girl is. A female student who looks like a senior comes into the garage.
望月先輩はいらっしゃいますか？
Look at that. A girl who seems like a senior. That's brilliant. I make a bewildered face as if asking, who's she? Then Agiha tells me.
あれ、生徒会副会長の雲井あかりさんだよ。
Vice President of the Student Council. What on earth does she want? If you're looking for a Mane... At that moment, she had her head in the cockpit. As the Vice President sees that, she briskly approaches the cockpit and peers in.
望月先輩。
Are you in there? Hello?
望月先輩。
She called out in a loud voice, and Mane finally pulls her out of the cockpit.
いやあ、副会長。
From her familiar tone towards Mane, I thought that they might have had a close relationship, but the Vice President doesn't seem that way at all. Without losing her resolute attitude, she asked her question.
例の件、どうなりましたか？実はまだなんだ。こちらにいらっしゃる方々は違うんですか？違う。部品を届けてくれたんだ。
Amane was downhearted as she answered. The Vice President let out a little sigh.
言ったはずですよ。部員が他に見つからないなら、廃部にせざるを得ないと。
I did think this was going to become a problem. And I guess this is how some of the characters joined the Soaring Club, I'm guessing. Why is that? Astonished, we look at as bystanders as the conversation continues.
しかしだな、副会長。先生方は特例として認めていらっしゃいますが、それでは他の少人数のサークルに示しがつきません。部としての体裁を今すぐ整えていただかなければ、廃部は避けられませんよ。
Amane looked down as though she was completely lost. For some reason, I get a strange pain in my side as I look at her.
いいじゃない、別に。
Kotri suddenly jumped into the conversation.
あなたは確か、幅根小鳥さんね。
I'm pretty sure that most people, I don't know, were slightly surprised that she knew who she was. Kotri continued to speak. Well, the only way she'd know that is basically because you might be the only disabled person in the school? I'm guessing. I don't know.
だって先生がいいって言ってるんでしょ？ならあなたが文句言うことじゃないわ。それに天音先輩ってほら特別な人じゃないですか。これやるために留年、もとい学校にいることはみんな知ってるわけだし。
I thought I saw veins appear on the Vice President's temples as the two of them ranted at her.
先生方が部活動のあり方に過剰に口を差し挟むのは生徒会自治権への明らかな侵害。この件についてはまさしくそれです。
She thrusts forward, approaching one step, while Agiha and Kotari take one back.
部にしたくてもできないサークルもたくさんあります。そのため部費も下りず、活動拠点となる部室さえ満足に与えられない場合もある。昨日も和太鼓研究会が練習場所の申請をしてきましたが、却下せざるを得ませんでした。
Why would you want to be a part of a drum study? What the hell? That sounds boring.
その時彼らが何と言ったかご存知ですか？それは知るわけないわ、そんなの。ソアリング部は一人であんな大きなガレージを使っているのに、どうして我々には練習場所一つないんだ。至極もっともな意見だと思いませんか？
Fair point. But still, come on. Drum society. Drum.
思います。
それなのに申請を却下された彼らは当然納得していないでしょう。
It's the least amount of talking I've had to do in a long time.
しかしこのガレージがずっと以前、それこそ我々が生まれる以前からソアリング部のものだった事実も、先生方が特例を認めるのも、あるいはそこに理由があるのかもしれません。我々生徒会もその事実は尊重したい。だから。
Aha. The vice president turns from facing Kotari and Agiha and looks back around at Amane, who is nervously listening to behind her.
早急な対処をお願いしている次第です。
活動実績なら、先日やっとテストフライトを。
あれは授業中じゃありませんか。言語道断。むしろ廃部へ一歩近づいたとお考えいただかなければ。
Aww. Amani staggered back as if she'd been hit hard. I guess that's true, though, isn't it? Lessons were taking place in school when Kotari and I watched the glider flying across the sky on Windmill Hill.
いいですか。部活動として認められるには最低4人、残り3人の部員を集めていただかなければ。
でもこれは私が自分のためにしていることだから。
ならばなおのこと、部活動として認めるわけには参りません。
I'll join. I thought he was going to say that. Well, I guess this is how we join the Soaring Club. I raise my hand and the others all look at me.
あなた、この間転校してきた男子ね。確か、水瀬葵くん。
I do like how even in this I say Minase Aoi-kun. But the funny thing is, in the text it goes Aoi Minase. It's funny. The vice president looks at me as if she's evaluating me.
言っておきますが、幽霊部員じゃダメなのよ。
I guess what they mean by ghost members is people that will say they're a member but never turn up, type of thing, maybe. I know. That's why I came here today. I decided this morning, well, yesterday actually. I don't know much about gliders though. I just thought it'd be interesting. By just imagining flying, riding on the wind, I get excited. If the Mali Senpai will allow me to, that is.
ああ、入りたいと言うなら別に構わないが。でもこれは私が私のためにしていることなんだぞ。
I still don't know much about gliders, or about you either, Amane. But if that's what you want to do, then I'd like to help you. As I state my reasons, the Vice President looks as though she isn't convinced. It looks like some transfer student who doesn't even understand the situation has come barging in trying to act like a hero. I can't say there isn't some element of that to it.
じゃあ私も。
Really? Aren't you already part of a different club? In a way, maybe. Agiha raised her hand in a really casual manner. Even everyone looking at her, Agiha appeared aloof. Aloof?
ロボット部と掛け持ちでもいいですか、先輩。うん、それは構わないが。
What are you doing, Agiha?
だって面白そうなんだもん。
Okay, one person left. Everyone naturally looks over towards Kotari.
何?
Well, I'm guessing she's gonna join, but I have a strange feeling how they're gonna treat it now is that she's not gonna join and there'll be some sort of random thing we have to go through to get her to join, and then she'll join and stuff like that, and then she'll become the best member of the group. Or something like that, I'm guessing. Okay then, let's find out what Kotari decides. Kotari turned her wheelchair sideways to avoid everyone's line of sight.
私は入らないわよ。
I thought so. As Kotari says this, the Vice President made a face that seemed relieved yet disappointed.
まだ一人足りないわ。 これでは部活動として認めるわけにはいきません。
I guess she doesn't want the thing to end anyway, as well, really. It's decided then. If it's decided that it can't be allowed, what will happen?
まずは、このガレージから出て行ってもらいます。
Ew. Amane looks really distressed. Well, of course she does. There's nowhere to keep the giant glider. The club activities cannot continue. There's only myself and Aggie here right now, so we'll get one more. Could you wait until then?
いいでしょう。では、金曜日まで待ちます。それまでに体裁を整えられなければ、サークルに降格。ガレージは使用不可。よろしいですね。
Lacking confidence, Amane nods in agreement. The vice president leaves the garage. Accidentally clicked.
ハバネさん、部活入ってないよね。
Luckily, the talking carries on.
名義だけでも貸してもらえないかな。他に入りたい人見つかるまででいいからさ。
At least for now.
お断りよ。
Of course. Kochi bluntly refused and left the garage.
ダメか。
We have to do something about ourselves.
君たち。
We're sorry, Amane, that we caused things to turn out like this.
いや、助かった。君たちがいなければ廃部になってたところだった。でも、本当にいいのか？
That's what I plan to do from now on.
私もいろんな意味で興味あるし。
The gathering's members to us.
天音先輩は活動実績について副会長さんが納得するようなネタをまとめておいてください。そうする。
And fade to black. And fade from black. Right. Is this alright with you?
何が？
Today is the first time you've been to the garage, right? Even so, you've suddenly become a member?
でも面白そうなのは確かじゃん。
I didn't even know you're allowed to take two clubs. I suppose it makes sense. I guess you can. You don't have to go to both of them, do you? Unless it's something important.
葵もいるし。
What am I gonna do with you?
あれで空飛ぶんでしょ？ワクワクするなって方が無理だよ。
Yeah, I know what you mean. Without thinking, I raised my voice. I was happy that Aggie felt the same way.
まあ私の場合、飛ぶより飛ばす方に興味ありだけど。
I want to try to fly it. And also, she has stayed in our school for all this time, repeating this year over and over to do this, you know?
って噂だよ。天音先輩は授業にも出ず、いつもガレージにこもってるって。
I don't know if that's the truth or not, but what I do know is that she's taken this very seriously. I can't let it all end for some stupid reason like there's not enough members.
まずは残りの部員集めからだね。
Let's try asking him. I'm gonna ask Mabao. Oh no. How's this gonna work?
グライダー？何それ？ちょっと面白そうじゃん。
It's not something you can eat. I'm also guessing he's not gonna join us, mainly because he has a girlfriend, and that's gonna be his excuse. Let me guess.
でしょでしょ。だからさ、あんたも入部しない？
でも俺バイトあるし、それにお前と仲良くしてるとエリちゃんってやきもち焼くからパス。
Of
そ
course.
こをなんとかさ。大丈夫、バレないって。
それがバレるんだよ。エリちゃんうちの学校に友達いるから。だからあんま話しかけてくんなよ。
彼女できた途端これだよ。私ら幼馴染でしょ。友情はどこ行った？
バンドも忙しいし無理無理。今度ライブやるんだ。だから今練習中。
That's a thing as well, isn't it?
冷てえの。
あいつに頼めばいいだろ、葵によ。
頼むも何もすでに部員だよ。
何？お前らまたつるむの？
What's wrong with people hanging out?
何よ悪い？あんたも仲間に入れてほしくなった？
誰があんなやつ？ペペ。
汚なズバ飛ばすな。
That face. I think she makes the best faces.
ったく、麻婆のくせに生意気なんだから。
おいアゲハン、
何よ。
まあなんだ、今度はうまくやれよ。
は？何の話？
ああもうさっさと行けよ、ほら。シンシン。
麻婆のアホー。
I didn't have to do any
ダメ
talking
だ
then.
った。
So, was it my fault after
う
all?
んうん。彼女とバイトとバンドが忙しいって。あの青春野郎。昔散々遊んでやったのにさ。
What are you talking about? If Ma Bao treated us like we were more important to him than his girlfriend, what do you think would happen?
コブラツイストで締め上げる。泣くまで。
Okay. What on earth is a Cobra twist? What on earth is that? So, there's nothing we can do about it. Next is... Oh, that's right. Hotaru comes here, doesn't she? That's a fair point. I guess we'll ask everyone no. It looks like the same classroom. We went to the first year classroom. When the students from the upper grades come to visit, there's a strange air of tension in the classroom.
どうしたの？あーちゃん、青に。
Oh. Why are they doing that?
何かな？
Well, this is the first time I've seen you in your uniform. It suits you. When I met her yesterday, she was wearing her own clothes. You kind of look more grown up. I only said it to tease her, but she went red like she was on fire or something, and she got really flustered.
やだな、青に。私、大人っぽくなんか。こーら、青い。後輩をからかうんじゃない。
Don't tease the juniors. I'm kind of teasing her, but I do mean what I say.
それ、余計に立ち悪いから。
Does it?
あーちゃんの方が可愛いよ。は？私？うん。ほら、青に。制服だって私より似合ってる。
Does the outfit change depending on the year? I guess it does, I guess, looking at it. It looks like it.
私なんて別に麻婆には中身男だって言われてるし。でも見た目は可愛くなったでしょ。
When Hotaru, I can't stop now. When Hotaru looks at me with those innocent, sparkling eyes, I cannot tell a lie. Well, yeah, I think she's gotten a lot cuter.
青い。
Don't be so nervous. Oh, and we get hit. I get an elbow to the ribs. Ouch.
ありがとう。葵もまあかっこよくなったと思うよ。
So that's what she looks like when she's shy. It's brilliant. It's funny for her to say stuff like this, isn't it? Oh. She said the same thing again, this time in the first year classroom, so of course I feel embarrassed. The reason why I'm looking down is because my ribs hurt though.
で、今はそんな話しに来たわけじゃないの。
How would we be able to tell? Come on. Visual novel, you can't. The characters don't. Our main character doesn't really move, does he? I could continuing with momentum from before, talk to Hotaru about how we were looking for members for the Soaring Club.
青兄とあーちゃんが同じ部活に入るの？
Question is she gonna join? I'm guessing at the moment, I'm guessing no.
そういうこと。だからホタルもどうかなって。
I bet we'll get the last person we need, like on the last day or something.
うん。
Glare. Hotaru glances at me.
私いい。
You're so quiet.
どうして？家のお手伝いあるの。手伝いって日曜日くらいじゃない。でもあるから。
She seems kind of wavering, yet firm in her reply. Maybe there's a reason for it. Okay, we get it, Hotaru. But if you're interested, come anytime. Okay. Oh, it's sunset. Or evening, whatever you want to call it.
できたわよ。
Sunset, evening. Oh, it's finished. It's food. I'm hungry. This game really makes me hungry sometimes with some of the things they do. Kotari brings over a cucumber that she had crushed into about the right size using a wooden pestle.
こんなにしちゃって大丈夫なの？
Yeah, that way it absorbs the flavor a lot better. We're going to marinade the cucumber. It absorbs the flavors a lot more easier if it's crushed than if it's chopped with a knife.
他にやることは
I think that's it.
そう。じゃ、
Hey,
何
we still can't find anyone who wants to join the club. We tried all over all the people we could think of.
そう。
You seem more interested in it than we are, don't you? The time on Windmill Hill was the first time we saw the glider flying. The time she wandered into the garage and saw the real thing up close. The time we made the paper airplanes and flew them together. Her eyes were always shining, like a child's. I can't forget the expression on Kotri's face. She's usually so sulky or looking as though she's bored, but maybe that's what her true expression really is, I thought to myself.
私が入部したって迷惑かけちゃうだけだもん。
What do you mean? No, you wouldn't. To be honest, it would be the great if she would join the club.
だって私もうすぐ
She stops mid-sentence and moves her wheelchair along. Hey, can I ask you a question?
ダメ
Why do you want to drop out?
ダメって言ってるのに。
Kochi looks at her as though she's realized something.
やっぱりあなただったのね。私の退学届拾ったの。
Withdrawal notice? What? What's that? Does it taste good? Can we have it in tonight's dinner? I played dumb with hesitation. Without hesitation, should I say.
バカ、アホ、いじめっ子。あんたなんかドブにはまって死んじゃえ。
Wow, that's mean. With a barrage of parting shots, Kotari hurried away. And thus... Well, that. I think that's probably long enough. This has been like a very long episode, hopefully. Good for me, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Probably 30, 40 minutes long. I was kind of hoping for that. I'll see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been Delifer. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Thank you again, and goodbye.